I didn't start it. They asked me how I felt about what was said about me on another platform from some other people. You know, that's something that I'm not a troublemaker.
Jim will be out of business after August 3rd, so I'm practicing the weatherman. As you can see, I'm in Harlem, New York. What up, Harlem? I love y'all, you know, but my shit don't go that fast, okay? But anyway, I just want to say, after August 3rd, I'm going to be the new weatherman. If I ain't going to be it, Kiss is going to fill in, or we're going to have to do this shit together. But August 3rd, after August 3rd, no more weatherman from Capo. It's over. All you got to do is pull up here. You know, you want to join me? Pull up and join me. You know what I'm saying? Pull right up here and you can join me. I'm on live.
Yeah, talk that shit. Yeah.
We're here, baby. Pull up.
Know what's up.
211, never here.
Know what's up. We out.
You know what I mean? We're here, baby. J1 pulling up. He went home. You know, after the gym, he want to go get fleet. All you got to do is pull up. 211, never here. Get checked out. And everything else will fall in line after that. I'm out here with the legends, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, man,
you
right.
see it, man. OG Prince, man. One of the most solid individuals ever touched the universe.
Right.
We keep it solid. We keep it real original over here. 100%. You see who pulls up? The real ones. And we keeping it solid. That's all we do over here. No extra bullshit. If you ain't coming on that type of time, stay where you at. Get your prostate checked, get you a juice. Juice is for life.
Styles P didn't just clap back, he set the mic on fire. He and Jada didn't hold a single word back, and you could feel every ounce of that venom, but let's be real. This whole mess, it always loops back to Jim Jones. Dude's forever walking around with that chip on his shoulder, acting like he's still got something to prove every time he opens his mouth. Whether he's going off in interviews, flashing stacks online, or spitting tough talk in the booth, Jim's been doing the most, and now it's blowing up right in his face. For years, Jim's been on this mission to flip his image, trying to go from Harlem street rapper to high-end fashion mogul, flexing like he's on a new level. But people been peeping the switch up, whispering, is this man for real, or just another act chasing clout? That's exactly what Jada and Styles P called out.
Jim Jones, Styles P, let's talk about it. Versus started out as how much body of work you got, how many dope-ass singles you got, right? Then it grew and progressed into having levels to this shit. It's sort of like boxing. You think you're gonna mash somebody to out until them lights come on, it's a different story. Styles P said, I'm a barsmith. It's levels to this shit. Meaning, look, I could go on my bag with singles, but I can also go on my bags with body and shit, as far as freestyles. Can Jim Jones do that? Maybe he can. Have people seen Jim Jones do that? No, they haven't. Because like I said, once you get under them bright lights like a boxer, it's a different story.
Without even saying his name, that shade was so heavy everyone felt it. When Styles dropped that cold line, you can't buy street credit, you earn that. It hit like a knockout punch straight to Jim's pride. No matter how many chains he stacks or how many tracks he drops, he can't touch the kind of real street legacy Jada and Styles built with blood, sweat, and loyalty.
Jim Jones.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, he's been in a few fights.
Has he won any?
I believe so.
Oh, really? Which one?
They say he beat up
his baby mama or something like that?
Nah, he beat up dude at the restaurant.
Who, the cook?
Let me see.
I don't even think he's from Harlem, tell you the truth.
You don't think he's from Harlem?
Nope. I think because they never talk about him being in Harlem. I think he's from North Bronx or some shit.
You know, he claims a blood gang out there.
Britney Spears claims a blood gang.
See, Jim's whole vibe screams insecurity, talking big about being king of New York, stirring up petty drama just to keep his name buzzing. But after the L-Ox publicly destroyed Dipset in that legendary Versus battle, Jim should have just taken that L like a grown man and kept it quiet. But nah, he couldn't help himself. He went right back to slick talk, and that's when the smoke got real. Jim out here throwing shots and rewriting history like we didn't all witness Dipset crumble live on stage. Come on now. Everyone remembers that night, Jadakiss turned Madison Square Garden into his personal throne room. That performance wasn't just a win, it was domination. Now Jada and Styles are just reminding Jim who really runs New York. They didn't just diss him, they dissected him, calling out how he's been stretching himself thin, trying to be the rap game's marathon man while losing his original spark.
He need to go on a diet. He need to get his life together. He needs to go to the doctor and get a physical. He looked terrible, bad body, back ass. He looked big around the neck, waist looked crazy. I'm body shaming this. You heard? He need to go get his shit together, get on the treadmill, do some push-ups, do something. You heard? Especially for playing.
Lately, everything about Jim feels off, like he's stuck playing a character instead of living his truth. And Styles P, he don't let stuff slide. In a recent interview, he didn't even bother sugarcoating. He said straight up, Jim's energy feels manufactured. That's wild, especially coming from someone who's been through the same grind, the same concrete jungle. Let's keep it real. Jim built his name off Harlem hustle, raw grit, and being outside where it mattered, not from some fancy press run or viral photo ops. So when someone like Styles calls your vibe fake, that's not just shade, that's a warning. Back in the day, Jim had that undeniable presence. You could feel it when he stepped in the room. Now it's like all that edge got traded for front row fashion seats and IG posts with rented foreigns. It's like he left the block behind just to chase influencer fame, and the fans see it. What makes it hit harder is that Jada and Styles ain't hating. They're speaking truth. This ain't petty beef, it's about principle. They built their names on bars, integrity, and legacy. No gimmicks, no filters, no smoke screens. Just pure, uncut hip-hop energy that Jim seems to have lost. Watching Jim scramble to create viral moments instead of dropping real music is exactly why the OGs are heated. He keeps chasing whatever's trending, jumping on challenges, talking slick online, doing interviews for clicks. But what he seems to forget is this: the LOX are the wave. They built the standard that everyone else is still trying to reach. Jim's out here chasing hype while the legends are still making history, and that's rubbing the real ones the wrong way.
I think Jim was trolling. So I don't have much to say about it because I don't believe that Jim Jones believes that he's a better rapper than Nas, Pusha T, and Styles P. Yeah. I think he's an icon in terms of the fashion
culturally,
shit.
All
and
that.
Yeah, but we got to stop the train at somewhere.
Nas is a good place to stop that train.
Nas is a great place to stop that train for anybody.
Yeah.
When you start naming specific people,
I'm not mad at that.
It feels weird to me. Also, he doesn't have more Billboard entries than Nas. That's the other thing.
I didn't check it.
He does.
I saw some people fact checking, and he don't.
He does not, and it's not particularly close.
Yeah, it's not.
He doesn't have a bigger listening base.
I wouldn't have thought it was close, but again, I didn't check it.
It's not close, and
even if you remove features,
even if you get rid of
still
features,
not close.
It's just not close. I mean, you look at Spotify. Nas has 9 million followers. I think Jim has like 850,000. I mean, the traditional metric. You look at Grammys. I don't think they're on the same planet. I don't think that they should be debating that.
See, and that's why it's smart for Jim to insert himself in these conversations.
The streets can always tell who's authentic and who's just performing for attention. And the final straw? Jim sliding into podcast circles, talking wild, acting like he runs New York. Like, bro, how you gonna put yourself above the certified legends who paved the lane you walking on? The internet went crazy instantly. Jada didn't even need to respond right away. His silence alone was loud enough to sting. Then he came back smooth, calm, but deadly, dropping straight facts. Cause real talk, nobody crowns themselves top tier. You earn that title through your catalog, your consistency, and the respect that follows. And when Jada hit him with that cold, numbers don't lie, it was checkmate right then and there. The streets still remember that Verzuz moment. Jada didn't just win, he owned that stage. That was a mic drop for the culture, and Jim's never truly recovered from it. Then Styles P jumped in, pouring more gasoline on the fire. He said what everyone was thinking: trying to crown yourself while dissing others is weak energy. He didn't sugarcoat it, just said, if you gotta bring someone else down to lift yourself up, you was never solid to begin with. That line flipped the entire conversation. Suddenly, it wasn't about beef anymore, it was about authenticity. And that's where Jim keeps falling short. This ain't just rap beef anymore, it's legacy versus illusion.
Jones Nas wasn't even a debate. Nas is a legend. Nas put in work. Nas's lyrics. Jim's not even close. The shit Jim says doesn't even make sense compared to what Nas has done for our culture. Hip hop, don't you stupid motherfucker know, you dumb, idiotic, wanna be entertained. Are you crazy? You don't play with someone's legacy like this. Y'all know it's not even close. I had the Source magazine. I did amazing shit. I helped a lot of you motherfuckers. Whose careers, and believe me, it's not like it was just me, but I had a hand in helping the culture progress, move forward, grab is in the street to help put a light on them. Myself, Dave Mays, and the rest of the crew. I've never seen more clown shit in my life. Ain't no way. Now we're gonna start taking real legends and legacies, and we're gonna start tainting them with this foolishness right now. Are you kidding me? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You can't play with legacies like that. You can't play with Nas's name and his body of work like that. Everybody knows that Jim Jones catalog ain't got nothing to do with Nas. Why are we even entertaining that? Jim is more relevant than Nas now. Get the out of here with that, man. This shit right here got y'all fucked up. Go listen to Nas, or even go listen to Jim. Music is to be listened to, not to be talked about. This is the most disrespectful, one of the most disrespectful shit that's happened to our culture is how much attention this Jim Jones and Nas shit is getting. It's one of the most disrespectful shit that's happened to our culture. But I'm sure y'all will find some other stupid shit to pay attention to fuck our legacy, to fuck our culture, while the powers that be and the motherfuckers that's holding the strings are steady laughing at us. Disrespecting us while they on their yachts and mega mansions. They give us the crumbs, and what happens? We want to flex on each other. Y'all done really let this motherfucking device take over y'all's souls, y'all's spirits, y'all's minds. This thing controls everything y'all think, y'all say, and y'all do. Now, do you think God wanted it like that? And y'all can't even help it. Y'all run to this and you stay on it all day and entertain bull. Y'all need to be ashamed of yourself for even entertaining this Nas and Jim shit. Ashamed. But this is what a good example, and I want y'all to hear me, a good example of what social media is doing. Social media can take anybody who ain't shit and put them against somebody who's one of the greatest orators, speakers, rappers, men in our time. And y'all think that's cool? Y'all think that shit's like fly? Y'all done lost it, bro. Y'all done lost the essence of what life is about, of what being black is about. They're winning. Man, get the f out.
Jim might got the flash, the grind, and the designer fits, but Jada and Styles, they carry weight in this game. That's credibility money can't buy. They didn't have to scream about being kings of New York. The culture handed them that crown a long time ago. Meanwhile, Jim's still out here hustling for validation, chasing likes and shares like their championship rings. And let's not act brand new. This tension didn't pop up overnight. This storm's been brewing for years. Way before the Versus showdown, there were sneaky disses and freestyles, shady little tweets, and subliminals that fans brushed off as harmless. But now, all those quiet shots are exploding out in the open. Styles even addressed it during one of his recent IG lives. He said some rappers put more energy into Instagram than they ever did in the streets. Everybody knew exactly who he was aiming at. No need to say a name. Jim's image done turned into a full-time commercial. Loud, flashy, polished, but missing that soul. Meanwhile, Jada stays cool and deadly as ever, saying, "We don't compete with antics, we compete with bars." That line hit like a gut punch. Because you can't fake pressure when the competition is built on real rap. While Jim's busy posting up in luxury stores, the LOX still dropping verses that hit deep, that move people. The contrast is wild, and fans are starting to choose sides. What makes it sad is nobody's denying Jim got talent. He can rap, no question. But when every move feels like a PR stunt, it's hard for people to feel the music, especially when you're sharing space with lyrical assassins like Jada and Styles P, who don't need the flash. They are the culture. You know what really makes this whole thing messy? Jim Jones keeps brushing it off like it's all jokes, but Jada and Styles, they're dead serious. You can hear it in their voices. This ain't no playful back and forth. It's real critique from two men who earned their stripes. There's a difference between friendly shots and calling someone out, and Jim crossed that line the moment he started sneak dissing like he forgot who he was talking about. Right after that Versus battle, Jim had the audacity to say Jada and Styles were just mad he's winning. Winning what exactly? Jada got platinum plaques, timeless verses, and the streets behind him heavy. Styles P built businesses, dropped gems for the culture, and still spits like he's 25. That's what winning looks like, longevity and respect. Meanwhile, Jim's out here chasing viral moments like it's a sport, posting stunts, stirring drama, doing anything to stay trending. And the LOX, they see right through the act. The fans do too. Jim used to get real love for being raw and grounded, but now even Dipset diehards are whispering that he's slipping into gimmick mode. Like he forgot that in hip-hop, authenticity is the real currency. Jada and Styles move different. They don't need to scream to prove their power. They've been moving with that calm confidence for decades. They strike when it counts, and when they do, it hits hard. Every time Jim tries to downplay their legacy, it only makes him look more insecure about his own. That's why their jabs sting so deep. They're not just dissing, they're saying out loud what everyone's already been whispering. And let's not forget, Jim keeps trying to flip the story like Dipset didn't get washed that night on the Versus stage. Bro, the crowd saw it, the internet replayed it, and the streets already decided who won. In every interview, Jim keeps saying the same tired line. We were just having fun, or we weren't prepared. Man, come on. Nobody's buying that fairy tale anymore. That Versus night wasn't just a friendly spar, it was a massacre. Jada went full beast mode, owning the stage, the mic, and the entire crowd. That wasn't confidence, that was command. The LOX came ready, tight, focused, and hungry, while Dipset looked like they just rolled out of bed and forgot what song came next. And yet Jim's still out here trying to act like it didn't go down like that. Styles P said it best. You can't rewrite what the crowd already saw. The people witnessed it live. The energy was electric. The vibe was undeniable. That room shifted, and no matter how hard Jim spins the story, it just makes him look disconnected from reality. But here's the truth. It was never just about one night. It's about consistency. Jada and Styles live in the booth, still dropping bars that slice clean through the noise. Meanwhile, Jim's juggling fashion collabs, crypto schemes, and promo deals like music's just a hobby. Hip-hop never forgets, though, and when you take a major L and try to laugh it off instead of learning from it, that's the real loss. That kind of move don't just cost you streams, it costs you respect. Sure, Jim might be putting out glossy videos with big budgets, flashy cars, and designer fits, but the streets, they're not feeling it like that. Fans say the bars sound empty. No soul, no weight, no truth behind the polish. Just shiny verses with no real punch. And when your whole career came from grit and real talk, that's the one thing you can't afford to lose. Authenticity. Man, cut it out. While Jim's busy curating his next photo op, Jadakiss is still out here dropping verses that shake the internet to its core. No rollout, no hype train, just raw fire. That's the difference right there. What Jada and Styles P are doing right now is a masterclass in longevity. They're not chasing clout or hopping on trends. They're setting the standard. They don't need gimmicks or filters. Their legacy speaks for itself. See, Jada and Styles built their names off bars, not antics. And decades later, they're still standing taller than ever. Styles even said it perfectly. Some of us built bridges, others built brands. One will outlast the other. And he wasn't lying. Jim's heavy on the branding these days, no doubt, but branding only works if the product matches the hype. And lately, fans are peeping that gap. It's like everything looks shiny, but the music feels hollow. Style over substance. Instead of firing back with real bars, Jim's out here dropping flashy IG captions, rocking designer fits, and running his mouth. That's cool for influencers, but this is hip-hop. In this culture, you can't stunt your way into respect. The game don't care about your outfit if your pen ain't sharp. And that's what makes this more than just a petty feud. This is generational. It's old school substance going head to head with new era showmanship. While Jim's trying to wear every hat in the closet, rapper, influencer, entrepreneur, Jada and Styles only need one mic to shut the whole scene down. Now here's where things get real spicy. Word on the street is Jim's next project might come with direct shots at Jada and Styles. Insiders are whispering that he's been quietly cooking up a response in the studio. But fans are already asking the real question. Does Jim really want that kind of smoke? Because when the LOX fire back, they don't play. They obliterate. Let's keep it 100. Going bar for bar with Jadakiss is straight up dangerous. That man's pen is lethal. He's battle tested, untouched, and still sharper than ever. And Styles P, that's a lyrical assassin right there. He's been slicing through rappers for decades without even breaking a sweat. So if Jim really plans on stepping into that ring, he better come correct. No fluff, no filler, just pure fire. Because anything less is gonna look like another clout-chasing stunt. The LOX don't play when it comes to the booth. Once they lock in, it's lights out. Some fans are actually hyped, hoping this back and forth brings back that old school energy, the kind of lyrical beef that makes the whole game sit up. But others are nervous, saying this could expose just how wide the skill gap really is. See, Jada doesn't even need to respond unless he feels like it. That's the kind of power he's earned. He doesn't chase moments, the moments chase him. So this next move from Jim, it's critical. 1 week verse, and it could end the conversation permanently. But if he somehow drops something real, something raw and undeniable that could finally earn him the lyrical respect he's been chasing all these years, and that's the big question, can he actually deliver? Because when you strip away the glitz, the clothes, the interviews, and all the online noise, this battle ain't just about Jim, Jada, or Styles. It's about what hip-hop truly values. Jada and Styles come from that era where your bars were your business card, where respect wasn't bought, it was earned line by line, punch by punch, no filters, no gimmicks, just skill and soul. And the truth is, Jim came from that same era too. Somewhere along the way, he drifted from it, but this might just be his last chance to prove he can still stand where the real ones stand. Somewhere along the way, Jim switched lanes. Maybe it was to stay relevant, maybe it was ambition, or maybe it was just survival in a game that keeps changing every season. But now he's standing toe-to-toe with the very legends he once stood beside, and Styles P summed it up perfectly with one cold line. We stood tall when the game turned fake. That bar hit different, because this whole situation, it ain't just about being outside. It's about staying solid when everything around you starts to crumble. And right now, Jim's giving off more confusion than confidence. Fans are watching this drama unfold in real time, and the reactions don't lie. Some folks are backing Jim, saying he's just evolving with the times, but way more people are siding with the LOX because they never had to switch up to stay relevant. They've been real from day one. One thing's clear, this ain't ending quiet, but the deeper this goes, the more Jim starts losing the crowd. Fans are looking past the flashy chains and remembering the old Jim, the hungry one, the gritty one. The man who dropped We Fly High and held Dipset down in the early 2000s. That version of Jim didn't need gimmicks or wild stunts to prove his worth. His presence alone was louder than any diamond chain or designer fit. Now though, it feels like that hunger got swapped for hype. The focus moved from craft to clout, and people are noticing. But here's the thing, Jada and Styles ain't throwing shots out of hate or jealousy. These are certified legends, battle-tested and respected. They earned everything they've got through blood, sweat, and bars. So when they speak, the whole culture listens. And right now, they're reminding everyone what real hip-hop still sounds like. So when people say Jim's veering off, it ain't shade. It's a warning, a straight-up wake-up call. And now, the spotlight's locked tight on him. So what's it gonna be? Is Jim finally gonna clap back with some real bars and let the music do the talking, or are we about to get another long IG live full of excuses, shade, and fresh outfit changes? Because right now, that pressure is real. The whole culture is watching close. Fans, artists, and the streets all waiting to see if Jim still got any gas left in the tank. This moment could make or break him. Will he rise up and prove he still belongs among the greats, or fade into the background as just another loud personality who forgot his roots? Now we want to hear from you. Is Jim Jones just trying to survive in a changing game, or has he lost touch with what made him iconic in the first place? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this convo is heating up fast. And before you dip, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Public Secrets for more deep dives into the wildest moments shaking the culture. This story is far from over, and trust, you don't want to miss what's coming next.